Howdy folks and welcome back to Fate Extra CCC. Today we'll be going into the Sakura Labyrinth. Last time we found the other masters hidden around the school building and asked them all to join the student council. Only one of them directly said yes, but the rest will just be hanging around and doing stuff. And now we're going to go into this dungeon that's said to lead back to the near side of the moon, back to the Holy Grail War, underneath the Sakura tree. Here we go. Those familiar glowy floors. Sakura Labyrinth first layer. First floor. Escape from New Moon. I sense myself descending into an abyss. After the feeling of a drowsy intoxication wears off, we find ourselves in a strange space. Our first sight was that of the setting sun against the horizon, and towering castle spires all around us. I can't see the ground. A path extends out before us like a strung thread. A smell of iron blended with the breeze, as if staining this sublime scenery with an unconcealable scent of blood.
Stop.
Signal confirmed. Can you hear me, Hakano? This is the student council room. Currently, our resources are set to prioritize safeguarding your digital shell, Hakano. Though we call it an arena, that there is the far side of the moon, the null realm formed out of imaginary numbers. By measuring every number that composes you, we're preventing the collapse of your significance, Hakano. The transmission from Leo is all clear. I wonder if number measurement and collapse of significance means that so long as they're monitoring me from the student council room, my position won't be lost. Yes, to make a simple comparison, we're underwater. Please think of it as us giving you oxygen to breathe, Kishinami. The monitor, image, and sensors measurement are both excellent. Though we can't scan the Sakura Labyrinth, we can substitute you as a monitoring device to survey the surroundings. The labyrinth has the structure of an arena. Now, what are these biosigns? Biosign readings are all across the labyrinth. Biosigns. Basically, there are humans in the labyrinth who entered before us? No. Since the gate was only just built, no life form should be inside the labyrinth. If there are, then that means they were in the Sakura Labyrinth from the start. Or perhaps they are victims who couldn't escape the old school building. That's likely, I think. But how strange. Despite how large these biosigns are, I can't read the near B. I'm sorry. Currently, these biosigns are unknown. Kishinami, can you see your map? You can read your surroundings as well as things like enemy readings in the area. That said, all that we can do is fix the camera on you and monitor your situation. So, please take every precaution. If things become dangerous, please return at once. As Sakura says, we're maintaining the staircase between your current location and the school building right now. If you experience any peril, head back. Now then, please explore the area. So this is the Sakura Labyrinth. It's exactly like a medieval European castle, yet... There was no need for us to worry. It differs in appearance, but it seems to be just a normal arena. Knowing that, let's warm up with some light swordplay. As always, I'll be counting on your precise direction, Praetor. Saber boldly gazes over the arena without a shred of fear. What's with this uneasiness I feel? Compared to me, who can hardly tell left from right, Saber is composed. The far side of the moon is an unknown space with Saber, too. Maybe she can be relaxed despite that because she puts absolute trust in my instructions. My anxiety mounts. Sure, I understand that Saber and I are in the same boat. I really feel that way too. However, I can't find any of those memories, those experiences. It's pathetic of me not to remember what we did in the Holy Grail War. Did Hakano Kishinami truly handle these battles with so much trust placed in him? What's the matter? A predicament of this degree is no big deal, compared to that damned assassin. Saber urges me forward. Yeah, this is no time to be hesitating. I'm anxious as if to I'm anxious as to if I'll live up to the trust she puts in me, but right now I need to clear this arena. Now then, what kind of tricks does this labyrinth have in store? So yeah, firstly, as they were saying, we can just go home at any time. Return to the old school? No. So in Fate Extra, you enter the arena in the evening, and then when you exit, it becomes nighttime, so it's the end of your day. But in Extra CCC, because the school building has no sense of time, we're able to freely leave and exit the labyrinth here as much as we want. Also jump.
Stop.
Oh, that's an enemy program, isn't it? Akano, do you remember how to fight? For story purposes, we'll say that we forgot, since I'm pretty sure it gives Saber some extra lines of dialogue. Plus, it's our first playthrough of this game on the channel, so you get you guys to see it again in case you're weird and see this first, but it's fine to admit it. Well then, let's go over the basics. Touching the enemy will initiate the battle. The one actually engaging the enemy will not be you, but rather your servant. If the servant's strength gives out, so too will their master's life force. Next, let's review the combat mechanics. There are 3 basic actions that you and your opponent can do. They are attack, guard, and break. Out of these 3 attacks, you may command your servant to make 6 actions each turn. Your servant will then fight accordingly. If neither side is won within 6 moves, then another turn will begin. That's not it. How do you decide on which moves to make? There's nothing to worry about. Take, for instance, this enemy here. The only move it can make is the powerful break. The damage would be immense if it hit. However, you can stop it in its tracks while attack while it's finding out. So in this case, you should be able to win if all you do is attack. Did you get all of that? I'll give it a try. Yes, that's fine then, Takano. That's fine then. Takano may think there's no problem, but it's surely been a while. Please be careful. Y'all ready for this? I don't see this performance ending on any interesting note. Finally, it's my turn on the stage. You can count on me. So, first off, since this is a fan translation, since CCC never got officially translated, then it also means that they actually put subtitles in the battles, so we can see what everyone is saying in battles now, which is amazing. But yeah, so they changed up the UI slightly, but the mechanics are still pretty much the same. We got the little triangle here of, well, the circular triangle here of stuff. Attack, break, guard. We got the skill and item menu. Heap of Fragment restores 7 HP. And we have 2 new functions. If you look at the very bottom left there, it says we can press L to escape and R for auto. We aren't allowed to escape right now, but if we press auto, then it fills in the slots for us. And it's so nice when you're grinding. It's just so helpful. Because you get a lot of enemy info when grinding, but then it's like, well, I gotta input the 6 buttons every time, and it's so tiring. But anyways, we fight. Let's win and win grand! Not yet! I'll probably only read the important sounding lines that Saber says, rather than just the normal attacking ones. My master's the best in all of the Seraph! And we got 100 Sakura men and some XP. How could this be? I had no idea my power had weakened so much. It's been sealed to this extent. Saber's acting is strange. After defeating this hostile program so gallantly, all I see is the look of defeat. Praetor, I have bad news. First, the skills I gain alongside you, I no longer have any of them. And that's not all. I can't move my body as nimbly as I want to. I made light of this because it was cute. This is what those strikes were designed for. What my servant told me was unexpected, but I wasn't that surprised, because I'm in a similar position. Saber's skills are gone and my memory is hazy. One could say we're pretty similar in that regard. Is this true? Gawain is perfectly normal, though.
レオ、宝具について質問を。
Leo,
スキルは
I'd like to ask about the Noble Phantasm.
健在か
Skills aside, is the Noble Phantasm usable? The Noble Phantasm, a servant's trump card, the proof that one is a heroic spirit, which reveals one's true name. All servants have a legend representing their origins, which they can treat as a weapon. If they're a famous fencer, they wield a secret sword technique. If they're a heroic spirit in mythology, they wield the miracles spoken of in their legend. Saber is no exception to that. If I recall correctly, Saber's Noble Phantasm.
すまぬ。宝具も使
Sorry, I can't use my Noble Phantasm either. You there, don't be shocked. Saying not this again, there are reasons.
困りましたね。
This is troubling. Your servant might be stuck with those default values while they have their disposal on.
それ
I don't think that's the case. Accepting a summoned servant would be difficult even for the moon sand.
その冷静
The curse in the Mystic Court applies just once. The moment it's put on, skills get reset, but as payment, the cost lifts.
おや、そう
Oh, so that's how that works. There's no problem. Think of it as good fortune, rather. Why?
幸運ですよ。
It's good fortune.
1から10に
Go from start to finish. From the weakest, become the strongest. From nothing, grow to overcome your dilemma.
それが誰の
As to whose strong suit that is, you should know full well who, having fought beside him, Saber.
では、
Now then, let's renew the exploration. Knowing you two, I believe you'll turn this adversity into a positive thing. Saber reluctantly assents to Leo's words. It feels strange that Leo knows more details about Saber and Hakanoki Shinami than myself, given my hazy memory. Can't let it stop me, though. Anyway, let's press on.
我らが前に敵
Not our match for the likes of us, for we are truly the stars of the stage. And we're gonna have to get used to this walk speed.
ストップ。
Please direct your attention to the fountain-like object in front of you. It is a revival fountain. When used, both master and servant will instantly regain all their strength. Ah. What's the matter, Sakura? No, if it's a structure, and its function should be able to be rewritten externally, please wait a moment. It's done. A save function has been added to the revival fountains. Please use it to save within the labyrinth. Good. I'd like the same feature to be installed in Nearside's arena. Good kid should only do an hour a day. Revival fountain. HP and MP will restored. Save. So, yeah, not only can we leave the arena at any time and then come back later, we can also just save inside the arena. Those are like just two quality of life things that are just so good. And yeah, if we try to save normally, we aren't able to. The save button is actually blocked out now.
ストップ。
I see there's another enemy. Alright, let's make sure you know how to handle combat. The enemy before you can only use the move attack. Attack is a quick and reliable movement, but leaves an opening after execution. In that case, use guard to resist it and aim for a counterattack. Let's put this into practice. If you keep at it, then you'll win. Go forth without fear.
奏者よ
Preacher, your orders?
始める
Searcher.
営業するぞ改めるがよい
If you notice, she actually did different sword moves there. Because they decided, hey, it was sort of bland that only attack got the nice combo technique, whereas guarding and breaking always looked exactly the same. Because with attack, you would get like attack 1, attack 2, and attack 3, all with different animations. So then they decided, hey, what if we just gave them all different animations and actually put effort into the movesets? So now they actually look interesting and fun, and it's great and amazing. Good work. Seems there's no issue. The quick attack is easily countered by one's guard. That, or defending against unexpected attacks, you see. With the appropriate responses, even the greatest of enemy attacks will never reach their full potential. Also, if you chain 3 successful actions, you will perform a special additional attack. It is called an extra turn. In any case, the enemy was dealt with, so let's continue on.
まさに
And with that, one step closer.
ストップ。
Oh my, this labyrinth has a surprisingly convenient layout. This will make things easier to explain. It seems the enemy this time will only perform guard. It's programmed that will only defend itself. But No matter how much it defends, it will fall before the might of break. And now for practice. I've grown quite bored of talking, so please bet with break already. So yeah, this time, keep your eyes on Saber's moves to see how she's going to do the new combos. Slash, then reverse slash, then stab. Enemy pattern open. Level up. Get skill, Rosa Ichthys. So yeah, a couple things. First off, it makes a little ding sound when we get enemy info now. I believe that extra did tell us when we got new enemy info, but it just like appeared at the bottom of the screen as we were killing them. This one is like, hey, ba-da-ba-ba, you got it. And also, we get skills via level up now. And we're going to see how level up works here. Actually, we aren't going to see that. We'll go into the menu in a second. Splendid, a job well done. That's all the fundamentals of combat. You may have realized it by now, but the three types of attack have a triangular relationship. The swift attack beats the long wind-up of a break. The large blow from a break crushes the protective stance of a guard. With a guard, you can protect yourself from an attack and deliver a counter. Your job is to utilize that triangle to designate 6 effective moves. Enemies will similarly choose 6 moves based on their various patterns of thought. You won't see the entire pattern initially, but as you defeat many of the same enemy, you'll be able to see those moves in time. Those are the basics of combat. You might feel a little lost at first, but I think you'll get the hang of it pretty quick. Be my rejoice! Another of my powers has returned to me! So yeah, she was at like 15 on everything before, so now she's at 16 on everything other than magic. I think it was like 15, 15, 15, 13, 15. So yeah, so level ups are handled like completely differently, where you level up automatically. So to remind you, in Extra, when you level up, you've got higher HP and MP, and you've got skill points. And then you would go to the chapel and you would spend those skill points to level up specific stats of your choosing. So like with Saber, you would mostly want to focus on leveling up strength and defense. And then it would leave like all the rest of your stats at like 15, and they just stay there for the whole game, unless you went out of your way to level them up. And then also, once you spend a certain number of skill points, you would unlock the next skill. So like, each level will give you 3 skill points. So let's say that the first skill unlocked when you spent 15 skill points, it would mean that it would unlock once you got level 5 and then went to the chapel. But you would have to go to the chapel to spend the skill points before you got a skill. But in this one, since the levels are automatic, getting skills is also automatic. So we got our first attack skill, Rosa Ichthys. Target enemy inflicts physical damage. So, since Saber has her new outfit, and also in the mobile game she is classified as like a slightly different character now, it means that most of her skills now have different names, but for the most part they still serve the same function as before. So we got the 30 MP attack skill.
Stop.
This enemy has a more advanced thought routine than the other enemies so far. This is a good opportunity for your final practice. Utilizing the basics of combat and the triangle that I explained to you will result in effective moves. Aside from that, your servant can use powerful skills unique to them. When you want a skill to be used, press the square button. Don't hesitate to use them even on small-time enemies. Be aggressive. Alright, that's all. Please use the triangle and your skills well to defeat that enemy. So, because we do have the revival fountains here, we can use skills on normal enemies and then get the MP back. In Fate Extra, there was a revival fountain on floor 1-1, but in easy mode, they would appear on every floor. On normal mode, they only appear on 1-1, just to be able to have you heal while you're learning the basics of the game. But this one, there are revival fountains on, I think, every floor, on every difficulty, because they also have to save points. So, you can then use skills, and then you're able to heal up easily before any boss fights or anything, so you don't need to worry. We can actually use skills and not waste time and all that.
指示を心して命じよ
So we see the pattern here. Attack, attack, guard. Attack, attack. And then we'll see if we can do Rosa like this.
改めるがよい
I think I do. For game balance, I do prefer this level up system. Although the extra level up system was still very fun when you just put everything into one singular stat and just become stupid. Just like put everything into Caster's magic stat, for instance, and not level up anything else. Then you just nuke people. Wonderful, Hakano. I'm doubting if you actually lost your memories or not. Lastly, I'll give you some advice on how to take your fighting to the next level. First, with the same square button you use for skills. Once within your 6 moves, you can directly support by using items and such. If the battle turns against you despite all your support, press the L button to run. Also, pressing the R button will automatically provide directions, but I don't recommend using it until you know the enemy's attack patterns. That's all the explanations I had for you. Now let's get back to exploring the labyrinth.
工夫にかけた演目
That play was truly unoriginal. Ether Shard. In the Sakura Labyrinth, the square use items. The same goes for codecasts. War provisions are always welcome. You should keep them on as we please.
積み上げるがよい
Ether Shard, Ether Fragment. Saber feels bitter about being reset, but is still crushing through these hostile programs with ease despite that. As I recall the reliable sight of her back, Saber takes a deep sigh, lowering her shoulders feebly.
問題は世だけではなかったか奏者よ
So I wasn't the only one with troubles. Praetor, you...
今は
No.
お前
No need to say it now.
話は
We'll talk about it once we're out of here. It sounds like Saber noticed, as I thought. There are discrepancies in our memories and experiences. Huge gaps between my memories and Saber's memories of our fights. Before I had even realized it, I had lost something important. I focused, enduring on my desire to return quickly. Saber also said that we would talk later. Right now I need to focus on clearing this labyrinth. A sturdy door blocks our way. It looks like the arena continues past this door, though.
見たことのない扉ですね
I've never seen this kind of door
材質
before.
はブラッ
It's a
ク
black
アイ
ice
ス
tech
プログ
wall program.
セキュ
Its
リティ
security
レベル
level is
スター
star?
さくら
Sakura, what does this star symbol mean?
私も
This is also the first time I've seen this. Security levels are just like 7 parameters. The strongest security level is A, the weakest is E. There's one exception, EX, but a star category doesn't exist. One moment, I'll analyze what Kishinami is seeing. With this much visual data, we can scan even from here. No way. Unable to measure. It's not that the counter was overflowing. It can't place a numerical value on it. That is impossible. It's not even in the Musou libraries. It's a new type of wall. Sakura shrieks in astonishment. From her perspective as a Mooncell AI, this door goes against common sense. No, apparently it's on a level that shouldn't exist.
その防壁については後だ
Leave the wall for later.
周囲の
Takano
空気が大き
Kishinami,
く揺らいで
the surrounding spiritrons are going wildly unstable.
用心しろ
Watch out. My gut says it's probably... Julius? The comms cut out midway. The voices from the student council room drowned out by a sandstorm-like interference don't reach me. There.
そこまでよ三流マスターとその下僕
Lousy master and lackey there. That's far enough. Could you poppers not go staring into people's minds, please? I suddenly hear a voice and turn around, but no one is behind me. Where was that voice coming from? No, more importantly, this voice, if I recall correctly... Welcome to my castle. I'm not pleased in the slightest, but I'll at least give you a reception. Is that not Rin? Why is she here? Yeah, she's Rin Tosaka. She was one of the masters participating in the Holy Grail War, a wizard of spectacular ability and a shoo-in to win. However, the way she spoke just now, it sounds as if she is the ruler of the Labyrinth. Not as if, I am. You're as insipid a man as ever. I don't exactly disagree, but in any case, wait, Rin, is this your castle? That's what I'm telling you. I'm the queen of this castle, and the moon cell's new ruler. Yes, I'm the one who controls and rules over you who stubbornly survived. Call me the queen of the moon. Huh? Queen? With a chest like that? Rin is the queen of the moon. Stubbornly survived is referring to us, I guess. You're saying that she controls and rules over us. I can even tell what you're thinking. You want to leave the far side of the moon, right? So you came to this labyrinth, the one and only exit. Too bad though, I'm never letting you leave. What would you even do with the juggler? Your skill will take you to the second round at best, then you just get whacked. Or is it that you've picked up a taste for death? If so, it'll be okay if I indulge you here, right? Unbelievable. Even for me, in my hazy memory, Rin's uncharacteristic behavior comes as a huge shock. Rin did believe in meritocracy, but she also had honesty and integrity. Why would my rival, someone more dependable than anyone, have such a cold air about her now? Gosh, you really are an idiot, Kishinami. All you had to do was hide in the school, but instead you strolled in like a turtle waiting to be stomped on. This is our castle. Whatever enters belongs to us. We don't let a single penny roll by, so get ready. Rin is serious. While licking her lips, she raised an arm threateningly. I see the proof for her being a master. Command seals. She wants to summon Lancer! Correct. Now then, it's your turn, Lancer. Lancer? That young girl with the red hair. Sure, Rin's servant was in fact a Lancer, but this is kind of different from what I remember. What? No, this is no ordinary bloodlust. Stay back, Praetor. She's dangerous. Huh? Not bad, I like you. This means I'll be having an excellent main dish today. I was just getting tired of boring sacrifices too. These caves look like they'll make sweet sounds for me. You, pig, your name is... Yeah, what the hell did you say? You were true my patronize animals. What's wrong with calling a pig a pig? You should be honored instead. I'm here calling your name, see? At least climax for me. Go on, quickly. Squeal. Oink. Squeal now. I'm telling you to squeal. Please squeal. Won't you squeal? No way, what's going on? I was told that in this world everything would go my way. This wasn't what I was promised, manager. Enough. My headache won't stop. The servant starts tearing out her own hair. She's been spewing nonsense, but her eyes are filled with madness. Even a novice like myself can tell that this red girl has defeated countless servants. Saber can probably detect the waft of blood coming from Lancer better than I can. Hey Lancer, relax. It happens sometimes. They don't listen to what you say. It happens sometimes, okay? Look, a good impalement will solve everything. And I won't school after a sack from your mask, physically. You're right. You're incredible, Rin. I'm your ally, and the way you flip out still terrifies me. I should be saying that, Lancer. You have a reliably hot temper, so much that I wonder if you might actually be a berserker. I won't pay you even if you compliment me, Rin. That goes for you too. I'll squeeze as much free labor out of you as I can today too. Your comebacks are the best. I have so much fun with you, Rin. Yes, about as much fun as losing everything in the stock market. What a combination! Praetor, they're in perfect harmony. If no one plays the straight man here, they'll play dumb forever. Of course, this is no time to be stunned. Honestly, I want to pretend like I saw nothing and just leave, but that servant's strength and bloodlust is the real deal. What do we do? Should we fight or run? Retreat for now. Endure for now, right, Praetor? Wise, but the servant's bloodlust is alien. Escape will prove harsh. I agree with my servant. If all else fails, retreat, or something like that. We don't know our opponent's abilities or who they are, and more, our stats are reduced. Challenging them here won't accomplish anything. Besides, while hard to believe, Rin and Lancer are so busy laughing that they don't notice what we're doing. Slowly, quietly, we'll retreat, until we're sufficiently far enough, and then we'll make a break for it. Huh? Lancer, where's that Sakura? You didn't defeat them already, did you?
Huh?
Huh? I haven't moved an inch. They're gone. Rin, you're an idiot. You're the last person I want to hear that from. We run through the labyrinth, putting Rin and that red servant's voices behind us. They don't seem to be chasing us, but this brings up two new mysteries. That door blocking our way, and the completely changed Rin Tosaka. From the way Rin spoke, she's the ruler of this labyrinth and the mastermind who trapped us in the school building. Just what on earth happened to her, I wonder. Zoop. We finally connected. Are you okay,
申し訳あ
Haku?
りません。
Just now there was not jamming. It seemed that some sort of singing voice was obstructing our voice channel. However, we were getting all of your visuals. We have confirmation of Miss Tosaka and her servant. We'll immediately prepare some countermeasures for the wall of jamming. Please rest for now, Hakuno.
報告します。
Good work, Kishinami. I used my administrative privileges to create the my room for you, so please use it. It's located at the back of the second floor. It's been adjusted to cut off all monitoring, a fully private room. Our calls will still go through, but other than that, it's okay to sleep in as much as you like. Why, hello there. So, you're back. As you heard from the student council, return to the second floor's my room and rest. The school is currently under maintenance. It is an old model, after all. We can't let it end up like the nearside school. The system is down except for one room, and NPCs are enforced to sleep. You hurry back and get some rest, too. Schoolyard. So yeah, if we check, yep, the school's empty now. What about Chinako? Wait, Prancer, they went through the trouble of preparing my room for us. How about we call it a day? Saber's right, let's take it easy and head to my room. So yeah, we still do have these end of day segments, but they're more lax than an extra. It is progressing the story. Well, and we have a little sign on the outside of the door. So it is progressing the story, but we're still able to still go and do stuff. So it's nice. Here's Saber's my room. She has little heart pillows. I enter the private room Sakura prepared for us. This is a space totally just for my servant and me. Outside the window, it's nighttime. Apparently, this indicates all communication with the student council room has been severed. Here, we can talk about things we don't want others listening to. Phew, finally we can rest. We hardly get any chances to even breathe. Though that's how it always goes. Since this will be our base from now on, Saber cautiously checks the room. As for me, pathetically, the moment I entered the room I was drained of my strength. Too much has happened, so my mind and body are exhausted. Saber clears her throat with an ahem, and calmly begins to speak to her amateur of a master.
マスターよ。
Prancer,
確証を持てな
I
かっ
never had any proof to back this up, but
た。そなた。
you've lost your memories, haven't you? Saber looks at me with suspicion, which pains me terribly. I see. Even without my memories, my body seems to remember all the time we spent together. Being the cause of that expression on her face is enough to make me feel awful.
やはりそう。
So it's true. It's sad, but don't let it get you so down. You're being honest with me. I'm glad. My memories are fragmented, and a sense of discomfort wells up within me. Truthfully, as I am now, I can't remember even who I am. There's definite proof that I fought with Truthfully, as I am now, I can't remember even who I am. There is definite proof that I fought together with Saber in the Holy Grail War, but my detailed memories are like the sights beyond a thick mist. Maybe everything, including my memories, are dummies planted inside of me by someone. Just such a thought crosses my mind.
そうであった。
Is that right? You have the same expression as the praetor. I remember. In that case, I must also confess something.
ガウェインから聞いてい
I think we heard this from Gawain. My memory is complete either.
そなたと共に
I recall advancing through the Holy Grail War, but some parts are missing. I get the feeling that what you lack is for a deliberate purpose, but what I lack is for a functional purpose. Just a hunch, though. It may be the case that when a servant enters the far side of the moon, memories gained on the near side are erased. I had no idea. Though I understand, Saber's confession came as a shock. Even Saber's lost memories, not just me. This means we've both reverted back at the moment we met. No, that's not the issue here. Could it be that Saber's memories and my memories, thus fighting alongside each other, are lost forever? Hey, don't make that face! I feel so badly I want to hug you for some reason. My memory is hazy too, so don't stress me. At any rate, this means we must start all over again, Praetor. From this point on, I shall determine if you're fit to be my master. You do the same. Determine if I'm a worthy servant. The answer will come in the end. Rest for now. Recover from your fatigue. Starting tomorrow, our daily routine begins. Save current progress. My room. I woke up to a ringing sound, like an alarm clock, that's called from the student council room. Waking up after getting plenty of sleep, I see the school is at sunset. So the school really doesn't have any concept of a day and time, it seems. Good, I slept pleasantly, though the small size of this room is wanting. Everything else is generally agreeable. Best of all is turning size in the night and seeing your profile. I would so be fascinated even after staying for an entire night. No, this is not the time. We should be staying focused. Let us head to the student council room, Praetor. So yeah, we'll go back to my room in a bit. And I believe the masters probably have different dialogue, but head to the student council room. Getting right to it, let's review what happened. What happened previously. First, from my acting secretary. Go ahead, brother.
迷宮探索の成果は2つ
Two findings from the Labyrinth exploration. One is the discovery of the protective door made in an unknown format, subroutine. Afterwards, we made an analysis based on the data that Hakuno Kishinome recorded, but we couldn't even read the program. If Leo can't do it, then no one can. Hacking that door is probably impossible. Brother, aren't you exaggerating? I threw in the towel, but another person might crack it easily, you know.
まあ
The chance isn't zero, I suppose. Recalling that door as shield, breaking through it is our highest priority now. Truth is, we can't proceed without passing through this shield. Now then, acting Treasurer Gawain, go ahead. Ahead, I'll report our results of the analysis of Rin Tosak and that servant whom you encountered. The conclusion is, Rin Tosak is genuine. Her conduct was odd, but her character was roughly as we remembered.
いや
Well, she wasn't always this cruel. Never mind. Please continue.
彼女は月の女
Calling herself the Queen of the Moon, she attempted to capture Hakuno Kishinami. She also called us survivors. It's uncertain as to why, but there's no doubt she is the source of our disadventure and is the menace who trapped us here. Rin Tosaka's servant is Lancer. This is also as he remembered, though there were some differences.
いや
Wait, so Gawain, it was more than some.
ユリウス
Julius, there's something the matter with Leo's conclusions.
続けてくれ
Please continue. This is an emergency we must defeat no matter what. I mean, this is an enemy we must defeat no matter what. Who we are on the inside is a trivial concern.
それでこそ
Marvelous as always, Julius. Then I shall continue. Lancer is not all that strong of a servant. At best, a B plus to an A class. I believe that with due diligence, this is an opponent we can defeat with ease. Gawain may have stated that nonchalantly, but a B plus to A servant is top class. This is what sucks about the standards prodigies have.
また 通信を妨害したの
Also, we confirmed that the communication interference is due to Lance's special skill.
ランサーの出自
Lance's birthplace and Noble Phantasm are unknown. We've prepared several effective frequencies against the interference.
完璧です
Perfect.
さす
Well
が
done
で
as
す
always,
ね
Owen. I think you be so versed in magic electronic warfare being a knight.
いえ
No, these are also known to knights. I don't think I can rest on my laurels just because I carry a holy
ど
sword.
うならともかく
And a king may do so, but a knight's role is not as simple as blessing about with a holy sword, you see.
さて
Now then, presently, our progress is being impeded by these two items. Any questions?
会長小生の出番
Here, President, is it my time to shine?
ないようなので話
It
を
appears
進
there
め
are
ま
no
す
questions, so I'll continue.
女王を名乗った
Though
ミ
without
ス
intel
ト
on
ーサと
Queen
ランサーに関して
Tosak
は
and an answer,
まだ情報が
augmenting
来
our
てません
offense should let us handle them well
問
enough.
題はシールドです
Our problem lies with the
こち
shield.
らは明
If
確
we
な
don't
方
come
針
up
の
with a
もと
clear
関わらな
plan,
いと
we probably won't be
打
able to
開は
break
できない
through it.
ですので
This is where you
接
come
触
in,
員木
Sakura.
原さんに
And may you go and hand over this data to Kiara Sesame.
うん
Leo has me data on the shield. I don't mind passing this along to Kiara, but I wonder why it's for her.
どうしても
We
何も
must.
可能
It's a
性の
chance we
話で
have.
す
If we currently can't analyze it,
僕
then
た
we
ち
should
が
let
解
someone
析
else
できた
try.
彼女が風文
If she is as rumors say,
記号
she may
の
know about
攻
illegal
撃行為を知ってい
bypasses.
るか
I
も
hope
し
she
れない
does. Rumors about Kiara? What in the world is that about?
よろしくお願いし
I
ます
appreciate your help. She and I don't see eye to eye.
話が
Our
成立しま
statuses
せん
and sense of values are too different.
殺生院殺生院
Sessuin. Sessuin.
どこかで
I remember hearing that name somewhere before. But what is this headache? My head is splitting. Good heavens, when I try remembering that name, something strange seems to happen to me. I'll let Gato do his thing. Nothing else is going on, so I'll try meeting up with Kiara. How did you like my room? If anything inconveniences you, please tell me, okay? As a member of the student council, I intend on putting forth my best effort. All for one and one for all Gandhara. We need to first find a method to get through that shield to meet with Kiara Sesame. Not only your battle experience, but even your Noble Phantasm is sealed. Quite a harsh state of affairs. No need to worry, Hebo. As Leo stated, this situation is your specialty. Please try not to rouse yourself. Proceed with a tranquil mind. Knowing you, the right outcome will surely follow. As long as my lord is here, the path of righteousness is with us. Please continue exploration without any fears. An amnesiac master and a servant can't unleash their full power. The shield and the labyrinth, things aren't looking so good. Shinji. Miss Kiara is also here in the school, right? Maybe I'll pay her a visit later. I'm a bit worried to see. I probably should have talked a second time. Is it just one line of dialogue? Okay, yeah. Just one line. From what I remember, generally speaking, the masters change their dialogue like every day, and these NPCs change their dialogue every chapter for the most part. Juniko, same as always. Jump, jump, jump. Oh my, what a great expression you have. I heard that you forayed into that strange arena. Did something happen there? I tell Kiara about what occurred in the Sakura Labyrinth, about how with the backup of the student council we forayed into that unknown area, about how we were obstructed by that mysterious wall and met with Rin. Wow, oh goodness. All that happened while I was here timidly counting stains on the wall due to my lack of power. Yeah, I'm so relieved. The Sakura Labyrinth, you say? You look so well behaved, but you're still a boy after all. Kiara clasps her hands together while blushing. Why? I mean, so many people forcibly entering Sakura. I wonder if it was her first time. To be told of such a raw scene so friendly. I'm a woman, so, you know. I'm changing my opinion of her. She may actually be quite the oddball. Huh? That's not what you're talking about. The Sakura Labyrinth is the name of the arena? Oh my. I'm sorry. You're to listen to one of my selfish delusions. Of course, Sakura would never do such a thing. I wonder if Kiara has any in-depth knowledge of sex at all. Putting that aside, I hand over the shield data I got from Leo. I explain the situation to Kiara and ask for her advice. Any little detail she may think of will help. And then... I've seen this before. It cannot be deciphered. No, actually, it must never be. Kiara Sessuin stares straight at me and rebukes me for trying to destroy the shield. However, this isn't the time to be saying such things, right? Hakuna, this data's owner. Rin Tosaka, was it? Did this person say anything peculiar? Something like, won't forgive you if you touch that door. Treat female enemies with delicacy. I hate to say it, but I feel it. I recall my conversation with Rin. Now that I think about it, don't look into someone's heart. I think she said something to that effect. This is my thought. This barrier is not composed from ordered logic. A mental wall, materialized from human emotion, from the true character and qualities one cannot show to anyone. In short, it's how the mind guards its secrets. It's a practice in psychotherapy of sneaking, diving into a patient's psyche to rid them of the source of their anguish. In those cases, walls are very likely to appear, ultra-hazardous barriers which repel or obliterate pseudo-spiritualized wizards. Leo is likely unfamiliar with medicine, but clinical psychology, naturally he wouldn't understand. Admittedly, this is also the first time I've seen something of such size and strength. Rin is vehemently rejecting us. A mental wall, that's what that shield really is. Rin said that arena was her castle, which means that wall is Rin's self-defensive mind. Beyond it lies Rin's secrets. Hey, what are you excited about? Your heart is beating faster. Well, that said, I'm getting all giddy as well. No use worrying now. I oppose breaking this shield, this mental wall. Rin is acting differently, yes? If so, then I think drastic measures are needed. I'll help you with my limited ability. Please go ahead to the student council room. If I suffice, I can teach the basics of unraveling a person's mind. Kiara, who had no intention to before, now tells me that she'll help us deal with the shield. I can say this went better than expected. I'll go report to Leo in the student council room. Please wait in the student council room. I'll also be there soon. Lots of talking. Welcome back, Hakuna. Did Kiara tell you anything that may lead to a clue? I report about what turned out to be more than just a clue, what that shield really is. No surprise, Leo nods in understanding. Kiara is right. I study psychology, but what it amounts to is information. Even if I could gauge the darkness in a person's mind, I probably couldn't do anything to alleviate it.
Leo.
What are you saying, Leo? Your brilliance is the light of the sun. Facing you would dispel anyone's darkness. Thank you, Gawain. We'll keep that in mind. Unlike a one-sided faith, I'm aiming for a more human salvation. Leo looked a little lonely in saying that. Suddenly a faint memory crosses my mind. He certainly was the sun, illuminating all. He held a kingly sanctity which dispelled any and all wickedness, even emotions. However, that won't solve the root of the problem. Salvation that merely illuminates. Once that sun is set, those left behind have only darkness left to sink into. In his final moments, will he realize that this limitation, this challenge. Pardon me, I am Kiara Sessuin, here to sit. Oh, how very somber it is in here. Even if I feel awkward about intruding on a secret boys' meeting, if now isn't a good time, I could return later. It's okay. It's okay, we've been waiting for you. Kiara, without further delay, please teach us how to destroy that shield. Yes, please leave it to me. Although about all I can provide is an explanation and transfer. Transfer? Does this mean you already have something that will effectively counter it? Yes, we'll get to that soon. First, I'll start by explaining what this mental wall is. Destroying a wall of the heart is difficult. A wall is not something to be destroyed, but to be understood. Think of it like that. Understanding, you say? This doesn't mean sweeping away trouble. This doesn't mean sweeping away the troubles in one's minds, does it? No, it means seeing through the hidden nature, the workings of Rin Tosaka's mind and grasping it. Speak with her, battle with her, observe her, obtain her secrets. They will serve as the key to opening the door. To know one's enemies. One crosses blades with them, laying one and the other bare. Is this what you mean? Hardly. I won't learn a damn thing like that. Sesui. That lip service may work on Earth, but this is a battlefield. We need solutions. Of course, I know. The mind's workings and spiritual reactions are usually measured through oscillations of brainwaves, RAS. To measure the metaphysical, the observer themselves must also be a being composed of mainly mind and spirit, such as the Fargo or Wilisham see. Without the third eye, the eye which sees not external but internal form, one can't see minds. This is something that normally requires a great deal of practice, but we're in an emergency, aren't we? I shall bequeath you a pale imitation of the 5 Meditations program. 8 in school version. Oh, it's not that special of a technique. It just finds openings in a person's mind and extracts dregs they don't even know of. 5 meditations, you say? There are 5 basic meditations for severing worldly desires. Paikula mana sikara, the vileness of body. Maitri, compassion. Pratitya samutpada, dependent or origination. Mahabhuta, phenomenal world. And Anapanasati, mindful breathing. Well now, I'm impressed, Gata. You're well versed in Buddhism too. Thanks for explaining. Of course, President Leo, I agree. I'm as great as laundry drifting on the Ganges, however the thing about minds. You're going to say it will be quite difficult to find, yes? Yep, correct, my good lady. Hidden secrets are carnal desires. To attain nirvana, one engages in self-awareness. Sure, that makes sense. But the thing is, that road is for facing one's own carnal desires. Looking into another's desires makes no sense. Certainly so. However, Rin Tosaka is different from who she used to be, yes? I took a vow to save all who are lost. I wouldn't have suggested it if it were not for these circumstances. Mr. Enlightened Monk, Arakawa. Yes, call me Nakanarhat, but as Samarana. I am Mojigato, I'm still in training, you see. It's time for my bathroom break. I should remember some business I have, so excuse me. Looks like Gato really struggles in dealing with Kiara. With a dissatisfied and troubled look on his face, he leaves the room while muttering sutras like the Shujo Mu Hensei Gando and the Prajnaparamita. Let's return to the topic at hand. With this 5 meditations can we see through Rin Tosaka's mind. Rather than see through, it extracts affected areas. The 5 meditations is a medical program. It detects a patient's scars and purges them of the dregs within them. That shield is a mental wall of the heart, that keeps secrets safe. So if the secrets are known, that keeping part loses its meaning. If the wall of the heart is a disease, then the 5 meditations is a vaccine. Thinking of it as such will suffice. I see. I get the theory now. Let's install the 5 meditations into our analyzer and monitor Miss Tosaka. It'll observe the workings of her mind. Once it introduces Miss Tosaka's secrets, we'll physically extract them. Am I right? Yes. Naturally, we must have Kishinami do his best in gathering the patient's data reaction. I'll correct you on one thing. We won't install it in this room, but in Hakuno himself. Eh? Installing a technique programmed into me. I've never experienced that before, but it's not that crazy. In cyberspace, bodies are composed of quasi-spiritrons. It must be possible to install a program attaching that new functionality. A master's code tests go by the same theory. If there's anything to worry about, it's the procedure's volume. Powerful software will harm one's personality. Will my body be able to handle the increased load of this emotion observing technique that I've never seen or heard of before? I object to this. Shinami mustn't be burdened with such a risk. An heir like myself is capable of handling external software. Expanding our functions is typically forbidden, but this is urgent. I can ignore the Mutsu's rules. Everyone is taken aback by Sakura's sudden outburst. Of course, I'm surprised, but even Leo, Julius, and Gawain are blinking their eyes in wonder. Only Kiara is unmoved. With calm eyes, she smiles at Sakura. Why do you say so? Huh? Even for exceptions, you must uphold the Mutsu's rules to your utmost, no? I'm asking why you decided otherwise. Because my duty is to manage everyone's health. Outside the Holy Crow War, I can't allow Kishinami to do anything dangerous. So that's why. If that's the reason, then I can be at ease. Still, you won't do. Only humans can read emotions, Sakura. Even if you can observe, you can't comprehend. Moreover, is Hakuno not the one who will confront Rin? Only he can do this. Does anyone else desire to object? If not, then Hakuno, come over here. Please close your eyes for a moment. I'll now equip you with a portion of the 5 meditations. Don't worry, it won't be a burden on your soul. It's only about as heavy as a command seal, so just relax. I have no right to refuse, because right now, this technique is the only way to break through that shield. Doing as she says, I shut my eyes and loosen up. And then... What the hell are you two doing? Now this is unexpected. Brother, start recording. Quick, quick. Use camera 4. Camera 4. So bold. In public. As if the hand around his waist the flutter of a swan, or a snake coiled around a Palo Santo tree. Dear. Thanks for your patience. I believe I have safely installed 5 meditations into you, Hakuno. What? I turned to everyone in the student council room, looking to them for some explanation as to what just happened. Leo was grinning, giving a thumbs up. Julius is blatantly avoiding eye contact. Gawain gives Kiara a bow, babbling about how she made passing good cheer. Thank you very much, Kiara, and more ways than one. Now then, Hakuno has been appended with a new skill, right? Yes, since Hakuno was a rather feisty one, I had nearly almost failed. More ways than one? What's that mean? And feisty? Of course I'll put up a fight. What a total shot. I was frantically trying to push away with my hands, but far from getting away, Kiara held me tighter the more I pushed. Feeling like she was coiling around me, I ended up at her mercy. My wall's presence indicates that the lady, its source, desires help. The rest depends on Hakuno's efforts. What efforts need to be made exactly? The details are not important, as long as it gets Rin feeling enthused. Make a girl feel gladness, hatred, joy, fear, whatever pleases her will suffice. And once that heart is laid bare, that's the opening for the 5 meditations in Hakuno to mercilessly deflower them. That's how it is, huh? So in a nutshell, find Rin, talk to her, fight if it comes down to it. It won't be any different from what we've been basically doing until now. Shouldn't be different, I'm sure. After that, it's Sakura's job. Take the secrets Hakuno obtains, transfer it to the shield, and remove the wall. Also, a new technique will be necessary. Sakura, earlier you said you could expand your functionality, yes? Yes. If it will assist everyone, then I think it will be allowed an exception. Now then, Sakura, I shall have to ask you to take the remaining pieces of 5 meditations. What I gave to Hakuno was ultimately only one part. I'll insert the foundation of the technique into you. Your base personality will be overwritten, but there's nothing to worry about, Sakura. I unintentionally go. But overwriting someone's base personality sounds really violent. This is different from installing external functionality. Sakura may be an AI, but I can't tell the difference between her and a human. I feel repulsed by Kiara treating her like a thing, but out of everyone in the student council room, only I'm concerned about Sakura. Neither Leo, Julius, Gawain, nor Sakura herself show any hint of discontent. In this day and age, even if the AI is identical to a human, they still lack that. This common sense I learned somewhere some time ago flitted across my mind. Now then, this place is no good. Since I'll need you to strip, let's head to the infirmary. Okay, I appreciate it. Waddle waddle. Both of them left the infirmary. I'm a little worried. Is it really okay to leave them be? Should I go check? I can't miss this. To the infirmary! You must note the juggler. I understand your cure as being a man and all, but this close approves. Hey, I stopped before I could lift a finger. And by Gawain, no less. The very moment I looked away to casually go after them. That's right, Hakuna. Your wicked thoughts are spelled out on your face. Let's wait here patiently. I need to stop by the restroom for a second, though. Looks like I had a little too much tea. Leo, with all due respect, you have yet to drink any liquids in the past few hours. A little tea. Ha 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 ha. Very sharp of you, Gawain. Did I say restroom? Actually, I may think you need to return a book to the library. I hear the door slide open. Before Leo could finish speaking, Julia stealthily moved up to the door. No need to bother the president with this. I'll go take a look at what's going on. How could you, brother? Why is it that only in these moments are you so considerate? I do the dirty jobs. I'll wait by the commissary. If anything feels off, I'll give the infirmary a knock and peek in. Splendid. Precisely how a gentleman handles things. Julius, we gratefully leave it to you. You're so young. I fear it may be too stimulating. Let's know the details later with just me. Let me know the details later. Hey, that's not older. That's not fair. He's not that much older. As long as whatever happens is rated R15, it's okay. I nod to Leo in approval. We can't let Julius have all the fun. You guys, just what do you take me for? I'm just going to keep an eye on things, seriously. This is a good time to let you know, as Council Secretary, we'll punish insolence immediately on sight. Keep that in mind. What a rigid man. That manner of speaking reminds me of Lancelot. Julius, I knew he was devoted to his work, but not this much. I'm the one who failed here. I apologize, Sakura. Hey now, why apologize to me, Leo? Sorry to keep you all waiting. Sakura's installation went smoothly. Now it feels chilly in here. When men at their secret maze turn into boys again, you're all smiles. Not really, though. Since Leo randomly brought up such a peaceful subject, before we knew it, we seemed to start feeling like students again. More importantly, how is Sakura doing? Ask, adding this new function caused any harm to her. No, nothing really. I can't comprehend minds. My ability to analyze truth is dramatically improved. Well then, I shall take my leave. If anything else happens, please feel free to reach out to me. Kiara gives a slight bow and then leaves. It was just a slight motion, but the deep bow of her head left a strong impression on me. She's the total opposite of the over-exaggerated Gato. I think I get what Gato struggles with Kiara. Let's go to the test run at once. Hakuna, please head to the Sakura Labyrinth. Mission start. Go to dungeon. I'm Kishinami. Does it hurt anywhere? If necessary, I can do a full body scan. Me? No issues in the slightest. This boosts my analytical functions. Actually, I'll be feeling in tip-top shape. What's wrong, Hakuna? Do you still need to ask me something? Oh, there's no particular reason, but something about Leo is strange. Aside from his attempt at changing his outward persona, there's still something different between this Leo and the one I remember in the back of my mind. But what? Must be the uniform, right? In my case, I used to look charming in my bronze-red uniform, which glowed in that blue smoke. I see. Certainly, even within that dream, Leo wore a modded red uniform. It feels like a surprising number of people have red as their thing, and I think Leo is one of them. On that note, I also think this uniform I have on isn't the one I used to wear. Yes, when we were dropped to this side, our uniforms seem to have been forcibly altered. Same thing with your servant's clothing. Maybe we've been optimized for this old school location. I'm a classical kind of guy. I like it. This retro boy's uniform definitely suits the evening wooden school well. This evening wooden school quite well. A change in uniform might be kind of nice, as long as it's not the cursed kind. One thing though, if our uniforms were forcibly altered, then how come Julius and Sakura's uniforms haven't changed? My brother never had a uniform to begin with. It wouldn't be that strange if the uniform optimization process just ignored him. As for Sakura, what's the big deal? Whatever uniform she has on won't obstruct her functions, right? For a moment I was hesitant to agree with the conclusion Leo whipped out. If it doesn't obstruct, then there's no problem. Doesn't that make her seem rather robotic? I know Sakura's the AI. Right now, though, she's an ally helping us face this unknown maze. I think it would be nice to have her match with our uniforms at least. Maybe the commissary sells our uniforms. We're really fortunate to have a specialist of the heart and mind like Kiara in this whole school building. You gained a method for analyzing the shield in the prize library. Head over to the Sakura Labyrinth now, Hakuno. Leo, Hakuno seems angry for some reason. Then it must be about that video recording you mentioned before. That's called a joke, brother. There's no way that Hakuno of all people would have such a petty reaction. Now then, Hakuno, head to the Sakura Labyrinth. A new side of Miss Tosak is beginning to show itself to us. That Julius, what a stubborn man. I already had an inkling that he was so, but it turned out to be more than I expected. So yeah, we'll talk to these guys and then beat up today. Still, a technique that deduces secrets of the mind and reveals them, huh? If it gets rid of the wall guarding a person's mind, then that means trespassing on another person's core. Sassuin called it a medicine. I think this sort of thing shouldn't be called a vaccine, it should be called a virus. So yeah. But when the thing with uniform for Sakura and the commissary, we will not be doing that. Because that is how you unlock a secret later on, and we'll be doing that secret in Regained Plus. Because it's just easier. We can do it now, but it's easier to do it in Regained Plus. But anyways, we've saved, and hope you all enjoyed. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you all next time. Next time, we'll go to my room again and look at the stuff we can do there. We'll go look at the library, and then we'll go to the Sakura Labyrinth and actually do stuff this time. Probably fight stuff for real, not tutorial fights. Anyways, though, have a wonderful day, and bye-bye. See ya!